Yeah, I have had COVID and I have this big, huge project that's been going on in the background for the past, what, 2.5, 3 years now. And I mean, I've built a dark room in a school bus. It's been like a master feat for me. And I'm trying to get back into the wet plates and working with the chemical pictures. And it's sometimes really overwhelming. And then I backslide and I'll get sick. And then I've got to overcome all of because I've not been bouncing back the way that I want. I know that I'm healing and I know that I'm better today than I was yesterday, and I'll be better tomorrow, you know? But it's really hard to be patient for me with the process because I feel like I make like a step forward and then I'm like 2 or 3 back and then maybe a step or 2 forward. But the dark room is now dark. And I see the progress. And I keep telling myself it's going to be okay. I guess it's just not time yet, you know? Is there any other thing that I can add to my story to like chill me the fuck out a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. There's a few things, right, that popped up, which was the thing you just said, which is like, I keep telling myself it's going to be okay. My guess is it's never more than okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Right.
Right. So it sounds like you're really good at manifesting okay.
Yeah.
You want to shoot for pretty good?
I want to shoot for magical unicorn status,
Yeah.
like,
You know what? So my whole thing with mantras is that like you can't just say random mantras if it doesn't really speak to you. And so,
right.
but I recently had really cool experience with this one mantra, and I'm going to share it with you. And maybe if it resonates and it jazzes you up, go for it. If it doesn't jazz you up, don't do it, because any mantra you do has to really jazz you up. So I was just like on Facebook, and my feed is now like totally smothered with people talking about manifesting stuff. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like 90%, 95% of people do not know what they're talking about. they are like kind of maybe know, right? And so I don't read through a lot because they throw in some weird stuff like astral stuff and gems and numbers and affirming, telling people to affirm something across the board when I know that one affirmation probably makes 90% of people feel shitty, things like that, right? But this one came across and I started reading and I was like, oh, this is really cool. So the girl is talking about how she manifests some amount of money, and so she wanted to tell how she did it. So I was like, all right, let me read this. Let me see what she did. So she ended up finding a mantra that was really juicy to her. And that's the key here, this mantra. So she said, I am an energetic match to financial miracles. Hold on, I wrote it down somewhere. I think it's here. Hold on. Because I wrote a version of this down that's been in my note thing. I don't know where it is. Okay. It's something like, I am an energetic match to financial miracles. And so this really jazzed her up. She was like, yeah, like you probably can't say that if you're too low, if you're really, really stressed about money, but she was like somewhere feeling vibes. So she was like, man, this feels really, really juicy to say I'm an energetic match to financial miracles. So she basically like says this over and over and over and over again for like a couple of weeks, to the point where she then forgets about it. And pretty much at the point that she forgets about it, her husband gets a phone call from an old friend who was like offered him 20 grand to come do this project at this like location somewhere for a month. And then they were really happy. And then a couple days later, she realizes, wow, that was the manifestation. Like that was the financial miracle manifestation. So I was like, okay, that's really cool. I kind of like this. I don't need mine to be specifically with finances because I feel like I'm already flowing a lot of that. But I was like, who doesn't want a miracle? So I adapted to myself and said, like, I'm an energetic match to miracles. And I thought this was really, really fun. I was just like,
That's
because
awesome.
I don't even have anything specific I want. I'm just like, wow, if I say this, something's going to come and it's going to be really, really cool. So I put it in, I start practicing it, and I see it pop up on my phone, and I smile when I see it because I'm like, oh yeah, that feels really good. I'm an energetic match to miracles. So I'm just playing around, playing around, playing around. And then it gets to the point where then I kind of forget about it. Like it's been like a couple weeks and then I kind of forget about it. And like I have had some crazy manifestations in the past couple weeks where I'm just like, that really feels like a miracle. And for me, I'm like, that is miracle energy. And I am like, wow, that is really, really, really cool. So this is like, if you're ready to like beef it up a little bit, I don't know where you are on the emotional scale, but see, like, could you have fun with, a mantra that's like, I'm an energetic match to fucking miracles, right?
Absolutely.
And if that feels
Yeah.
juicy to say, and you can keep the word fucking in there, right? I'm an energetic match of the fucking miracles here, right? Write that shit down. Put it in your alarm 3 times. Put it in your phone, alarm 3 times a day. Put it in your reminders and get that energy juiced up. And that's going to be a really fun way to like, invite miracle energy in. And I love it because you're not trying to do anything specific, right? You're not trying to like weasel a bank loan out of it. It's just like, hey, I'm at a point where I'll take any miracle over here.
Right. For sure. Definitely. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome. Totally.
Yeah.
Super cool.
And I have been really proud of myself for like keeping a positive attitude through everything.
Awesome.
I have been doing that and I'm very conscious of it, so
Super cool.
yeah, so that's an improvement.
Good stuff, Libby. Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that story.